When you see a movie like Dark Shadows, you probably think to yourself, they did all that cool stuff with digital effects and a green screen. Well, you could be right, but in this case, you would be wrong. The sets. The stunts.
Despised you!
The bites.
3, 2, 1, action!
A make-believe world spanning 2 centuries constructed from scratch on the backlot of famed Pinewood Studios outside of London. This is not a real harbor and this is not a real village, but to Johnny Depp, it felt real.
There were boats in the water and cars driving and people, I mean, and it was insane. I mean, I've never seen anything like that on any film I've ever done. I mean, anything on that scale. It was mind-boggling.
It wasn't all fake. The cannery buildings were not empty facades. They had working equipment that was obtained from actual canning companies. Johnny's movie home, Collinwood Manor, was constructed as a 1/3 scale miniature measuring 33 feet in height with the interiors on sound stages. Director Burton wanted the stars to be in the environment rather than acting in front of a green screen. Collinwood was amazing.
Yeah, well, that means part of the energy and the texture. I mean, you know, I've done stuff where you have a lot of green screen, but there's nothing like having a set, you know, especially when you're trying to go for this weird kind of acting style where the characters can be in the set and kind of get the vibe of their house and the place that they're, you know, living. It really not only helps the crew, actors, everybody, it, you know, helps galvanize the sort of spirit of it.
Go on. Slaughter me. Show them what you are.
I shall show them what we are.
Depp's makeup was critical to the movie makers. They went through a number of makeup tests before finding the perfect palette. Then the contrast, darker circles around the eyes, and hollowed out cheeks to make Barnabas look more cadaverous. Plus, the fingernails.
You would rather sell your soul to Satan than to sell another fish to Angelique Bouchard. Do you understand?
Was it creepy?
I got to have a look at them.
Yeah,
as well.
You got to see them. And...
yeah, they're pretty creepy. I mean, I think that one of the makeup artists on set wouldn't go anywhere near Johnny when he had the things on. They
Especially
had
because
a
they
real
were like
phobia of them.
green. They weren't pretty nails at all.
I became a vampire. And then I began to kill innocent townspeople.
Stunning costumes span centuries as well, all under the careful guidance of Oscar winner Colleen Atwood. Veteran Michelle Pfeiffer was ready for the big, heavy clothes of yesteryear.
I've gotten really good at not letting them put me in something that's going to be so cumbersome that it's distracting.
You mean to perform, to
yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't really have to be wool, you know, and you're itching and dying in it. It can kind of look like wool. The shoes, I had a hard time, though. My first scene with I had, you know, platforms like this, and Tim got a big chuckle out of it because my first scene, he made me walk down these steps, and the carpeting had big holes in it, so it was pretty treacherous as it was. You could catch your foot, and I wasn't allowed to look down. And I had to do it a bunch of times, and he was chuckling a lot at my frustration.
Evil Ava turned heads in her form-fitting 70s dress.
Colleen Atwood, the costume designer, is just amazing. She makes you look very strong, very beautiful, and I had to wear like a kind of a tiny corset underneath to make me look very thin. That's the trick.
You shall not be harmed so long as you tell me all that I need to know. Here's all you need to know. See me, derelict. Look into my eyes and deliver me your innermost thoughts.
Jackie Earle Haley, under the grasp of Depp, had to act drunk as Collinwood's caretaker.
I'd do this little whirling derby thing where between role and action, I'd spin around like a little kid getting myself dizzy. So, and that would kind of help make me feel drunk. And the first couple times I kept coming in, I was dropping stuff.
I worshipped you.
Plagued me. Despised you.
Of course, there are incredible stunts with fighting and flying everywhere, but I found out about a first, a love scene with a lot of stunts and wires.
That's quite a love scene, by the way, you guys had.
Yeah, and it's the first love scene in a Tim Burton film.